Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna talk about Kelsey Nicole, Tory Lanez, and Meg the Stallion. And whoever that fourth person, that mysterious fourth person that get no flack in this whole situation. So reports have come out because they're on trial right now or they're in court right now, whatever it is, that Megan and Kelsey allegedly was having some kind of altercation before the gun went off, and it was saying that Kelsey had gun residue on her hands. I'm just here to say that just because somebody have gun residue on their hands, that does not mean that they are the ones who fired the weapon. That just means they were around the person that did it, or they could have been the person that did it. So if you look on the screen, you will see that just because a person just because a person have a gun residue on their hands, that does not mean that they fired the gun. So all the people that was in the comments and stating Kelsey did it, that's why Megan ain't friends with her no more, etc., etc., that does not mean she shot the gun because she had gun residue on her hands. A quick Google search will tell you that gun residue can travel for 3 to 5 feet. So anybody in the area that was, close by when it happened could have gun residue on their clothing and their hands. That's that. Now, after all those reports came out, Tory Lanez took to Twitter and basically was saying that the report that came out wasn't what actually happened, or I would say it could have been something that happened. It just wasn't the full story. And he basically saying, why y'all not talking about my lawyer who presented 45 minutes of contradictory evidence that proved his innocence? And, he's basically saying the media is trying to put out false stories. Now, I'm with Tory on that because the lady that was putting those stories out, she was only putting little clips. She was saying, I think she's from a Rolling Loud or whatever. She was basically saying like, we outside the courtroom and Meg allegedly said this. Tory allegedly said this to Megan, but I want to see the full transcript. What was the question that was asked and what was the answer? I really think it is kind of odd how these blogs and these people, these reporters or journalists, whatever they call themselves these days, if you outside the courtroom, where's the transcript? I don't want to see bits and pieces of, what was said. I want to see the full thing. What was the question and what was the answer? Not stuff that only makes the headline, because I can see, what he mean when he say that, because you're painting a picture as if, what I'm saying, what was the context of what was said? And was that the only thing that was said? Was there more to it? So I agree with Tory on this one, because I don't care what she talking about. I need to see everything. Meg the Stallion also took to her Twitter, basically saying, basically talking about credible sources and all of this. Now, from what I've seen on the internet, the only people who's putting out statements was that one lady from Rolling Loud, and everybody got their information from her, even the blogs, the Shade Room, and all them. All those were screenshots from what she said, because apparently she must have been the only one outside the courtroom, because she was the only one that was tweeting about it, and everybody took her tweets and presented a headline with it. I don't know why nobody else wasn't reporting on it like she was. So she basically trying to say that the people weren't telling the full truth. I don't know how everybody just lying according to everybody in the situation. Apparently the truth ain't never been told, because everybody lying according to these three. She also came on her Twitter today and was like I've been shot, and the focus of some of these headlines are dismissing that I was attacked with a weapon while I was unarmed and trying to paint it as a catfight between friends. Why do I have to relive this with everyone on the internet every day and watch y'all gaslight me? Now, hey, you have to live with it. She don't have to relive it on the internet. She would just have to get off the internet, or only follow nobody. Pull a Beyonce. You ain't got no followers, you don't see nothing. If you don't follow other people, then you don't have to see it. You don't have to get on the Shade Room or Neighborhood Talk or whatever blog. You don't have to do that when you get on Instagram and get on Twitter. You just don't. If that experience was so traumatic to her, then my suggestion would be just to stay off the internet until it's all said and done. And hey guys, I just popped in to say you can head on over to FreeDomeApparel.com to get you a FreeDome definition t-shirt. FreeDome just means that you think for yourself, you set your own trends, you follow your own rules. If you're a FreeDomer like me, you can head on over if you like the tea. Let's get back into the video. Now, Miss Kelsey Nicole also took to the internet to voice her opinion. She said that the story that came out of her and Meg allegedly having a verbal altercation before the gun went off was all cap. So if that didn't happen, I mean, what did at this point? Somebody else was asking her about an NDA. Is that why she haven't said anything? And she was like, she's not worried about an NDA, which means that doesn't mean she did sign one or she didn't. She says real life, the NDA ain't stopping her, which means she probably did sign one. She keeps saying her time to speak is coming, and she been saying that for a while. She said the difference between her and them is that celebrities will save face. So I don't know. Whenever she gonna speak, apparently it's gonna happen in court. Hopefully it happens soon so they can stop dragging out this story, because at this point, I don't even want to say who cares, because if she did get shot, people need to, consequences need to happen to whoever did it. But the way that the media and the people involved is dragging this out, just don't talk about it. But you know what? They're not really talking about it. It's the media fault. But anyway, let's move on. Now, people were saying that Megan's story has been inconsistent and she's not telling the truth. Now, I wanted to go back to the origin of this to make it all make sense as to why people keep saying that, the story didn't make sense. Now, if y'all remember back in July of 2020, when the stuff was first coming out, all of the media was saying that Tory was arrested on gun charges because he had a gun in the car, right? That's what they were saying. Now, even in this story, you can see that Megan was taken to the hospital for a cut on her foot. That's what even TMZ had that. And that's what all of the blogs were saying. They were saying that she was cut on her foot and she had to, go to the hospital because of that. Another story that came out, it even says right here, we're told Megan had a cut on her foot, believed to be from broken glass on the floor of the vehicle. That was that. He went to jail for carrying a concealed weapon in a vehicle, which is a felony in California, apparently. That's what the story was. Nobody was saying that she got shot. Nobody said she got shot until she put this statement out stating that what was being said in the media, which was she went to the hospital for a cut, was inaccurate. This is how this talk came about of her actually being shot. No one was saying she had got shot before that. So she started this about her getting shot. I'm not saying she lying. I'm just saying no one in the media had any inkling, even TMZ, that she had even been shot. And TMZ always got the top information real quick. I don't know who. Well, I ain't even gonna go there. But they always had a story. So for them to not even mention that was a little off. But that don't mean she lying. I'm just saying she was the one who started the narrative of her being shot. After she said it, that's when people were saying, oh, it must have been Tory. Tory did it, because Tory was the one that got arrested for having a gun in the car, right? Now, then she also had posted this thing saying this is the picture of when she got the bullet taken out her foot. Now, I don't know personally how she was even up and able to take a picture of them removing the bullet out of her foot. I've seen people have pictures of the bullet. The surgeon will bring, the picture, the bullets in and say, this is what we took out of you, etc., etc. But I've just never seen a picture like that where you're saying, like, maybe she look like she got tweezers in her hand. Like she could be removing glass or something like that. That makes sense, but I'm not saying there was no bullet, but I'm just saying it's just the fact of, just look at it for yourself and you tell me what you think. Because in order, like, you're removing a bullet. Like, I don't know. I don't even know how she was up to take the picture. Because you can tell that she took the picture because look at the way the picture is. So, I don't know. But that's that. And also, this is another reason why people believe that she was not telling the truth.
I get to the hospital. The doctors do X-rays on my feet. Oh, ma'am, you got bullets in your feet. You got bullet fragments in your other foot. I'm thinking.
She said she got bullets in her feet, bullet fragments in her other foot, right? Okay.
The doctors is the police, so I'm still trying not to tell them, like, no, I didn't know I got. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't know you got shot. Okay. And to believe that a doctor would actually believe that she didn't know that she got shot.
I was shot in both of my feet.
Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this video. I just popped in to say, make sure you head on over to FreeDomeApparel.com. I have t-shirts, Protect Your Energy t-shirts, It's the Melanin t-shirts, and my FreeDome Apparel logo t-shirts, and many more. I also have fanny packs, and I also have masks to match the t-shirts. If you find anything interesting, the link will be in the description box below. So let's get right back into the video. So as you can see in the first video, she said that she had bullets in her foot and bullet fragments in her other foot. And then in her next video, she said she was shot in both of her feet. So that right there is inconsistency in her stories already. So which one is it? You know, if she was in a court of law, that it would be like, well, first you said this, now you're saying this. You know, what happened? Now, the next person, the mystery person that nobody seems to be talking about, is the bodyguard. Like, for some reason, it was 4 people in the car, but it seems like the media is only focused on those 3. I don't know if because they're the most known or what. Because I've been like, where is the 4th person? And why wasn't the 4th person in the car when they was on the sidewalk with the cops? When the cops had the helicopters out and they were bagging up and all of that, what happened to the 4th person? That right there still doesn't make sense to me. Like, how did where'd he go? He left the scene of the crime? What happened? So this is the alleged bodyguard saying what happened. I don't know if this was the one that was in the car, but that's what the media say, and this is what he said.
I'm outside. My weapon is in the car. Tori and Meg get to arguing. Kylie's outside at the pool still. Tori and the girl in the car start arguing. Meg walk out because she find out such and such. Tori been messing with both of the women in the car. You know how that go already. Tori got in trouble. Meg hops out the car. Tori and the girl fighting over the gun. Excuse me. Tori and the girl fighting over the gun. The gun accidentally goes off in the midst of them fighting for it, and the girl shoots, and the bullet accidentally gets near Megan. That's why it didn't hit no tendon, because it grazed her. It didn't actually hit her.
Now, from his story, it seemed like to me they were still close by Kylie Jenner's house. And Megan said it didn't even happen at Kylie's house. So his story don't make no sense either. I can understand him saying it started at Kylie Jenner's house, allegedly. I did read a report that said, you know, they had a little altercation. Somebody shot the gun in the air, allegedly. Then they drove off, and then, you know, the neighborhood people called the cops and reported what kind of car it was. And then after that, the cops found the car. So apparently wherever they got pulled over at wasn't where the shooting actually took place, which means Megan would have had to get in the car with the person who just shot her. allegedly. Like, you got back in. You in, like, I don't know. And then I seen other reports that said, Tory was sitting in the back, and no, Megan said he shot her from the back seat. She said she was in the front, he was in the back, which means Kelsey was in the back with him. And the bodyguard must have been driving. So I still don't know how the bodyguard disappeared when they were getting out the car. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this video. I just popped in to say to head on over to FreeDomeApparel.com. We got our new hoodies out now. It's about to get cold outside, so go ahead and grab you a hoodie. We also have t-shirts. It's the melanin t-shirts, FreeDome logo apparel t-shirts. I am my ancestor t-shirts. So if you see something you like, head on over to FreeDomeApparel.com. Now let's get back into the video. So yeah, that's a little off. I don't know how. I mean, even the video that was put out by TMZ that had the, from the shots from the helicopter, you see Tory Lanez already laying down, and then, they start calling out everybody else. And then another video they had when they were on the sidewalk talking to the cops, you see Kelsey, Megan, and Tory. What happened to the driver or the bodyguard? I don't know. I don't know if the bodyguard hopped out or, whatever, but I don't know why he would have hopped out. I have no idea. I don't even know if that happened. I'm just putting stuff out there. If the police officers still found the gun and they claimed that the gun was warm, allegedly, that means he didn't. The bodyguard didn't really have a purpose in leaving. If he wasn't taking the gun with him and dipping out, the evidence was still in the car. But the bodyguard in the video said that the gun was his. He said, I had my gun in the car. So the gun that that Tory Lanez got arrested for didn't even belong to him. So that's still something else that don't make no sense. So a lot of stuff in this case just does not add up. It don't make logical sense. Even the story of her saying that her telling the doctor she didn't know she got shot. It's not like doctors are dummies when it comes to that. They know what a gunshot won't look like. So I don't know. Like, it just don't add up. Another thing that I found interesting in the articles that they're saying that the bullet fragments pulled from her feet are allegedly missing. So now, that's a piece of evidence that's gone. It disappeared. So yeah, that's a little weird. So now if you go back, Tory and Megan have both been tweeting about this incident, about every single thing. She said that lie one more time, and I'm quit sparing you. That's how it started, and that's when she went on to say that he shot her and all this kind of stuff. She's been stating that he shot her this whole time. He's been saying that he has been innocent this whole time. They both have been doing lives. Kelsey did a live. She was tweeting and saying that why Megan didn't clear her name and say it wasn't her. I don't even think people was ever saying that Kelsey was ever the shooter, allegedly, because her and Megan was friends. Even though, they kept saying a little argument happened because, basically Kelsey was allegedly messing with Tory. Then Tory started messing with Megan, and Kelsey was like, coming at Megan like, how you gonna mess with a dude that I was already messing with? And she should have been mad at Tory and Megan, because for one, Megan is her friend, and Tory knew what he was doing. So either way it go, it's all scandalous. So yeah. So they just been talking about time will tell at this point. Kelsey had her little diss track because of the song that Meg Thee Stallion put out, which she felt like she was dissing her, which she actually was, because they both said things within their diss tracks that it was like, oh, okay. So like Megan diss track basically was saying, same stuff they've been saying. So at this point, everybody lying according to them. Kelsey had even been on Instagram over this past year saying different things about the situation. To me, I don't know if we would ever know the truth, because just because somebody is found guilty in the court of law doesn't necessarily mean that they committed the crime. We see that all the time when people getting released after however many years because they come to find out they really didn't do it. So I don't think we will ever know the full truth of this situation. It's just I'm just like, the people just need to let it go. Even after it comes up again about, oh, this the headline, I feel like everybody should just ignore it and move on, because we will never know the 100% truth. I don't even care if we ever hear what Kelsey have to say, because we would just never know. She has the story. The bodyguard had that story like a year ago. Ain't nobody seen him since. I don't even know if he because the other witness they were saying it was a neighbor witness, like somebody that was in the neighborhood witness something. And then even the video that they had looked like somebody took that on their balcony. Like, who was sitting on their balcony watching? I don't know. But anyway, the whole story makes no sense to me. There is inconsistencies in Meg Thee Stallion story. Tory, he been standing on what he been standing on this whole time. Kelsey ain't saying nothing, but she gonna talk when it's her time. Her time ain't came yet, and we will never know if it really come, and if it do come, we still don't know if she telling the truth or what is the truth. We will never know. So with all that being said, with all of that, the tweets and everything, I'm just ready for everybody to move on. Let Megan heal in peace. Let Tory heal, Kelsey, all of that. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole situation down in the comments. Are y'all tired of hearing about it? Do y'all think, let me know what y'all think happened. That's all I got to say about it. I'm out.